Welcome to the Way We See It podcast.
where we talk about politics, social justice, and culture.
I'm Tati,
And I'm Ariana.
and we are your host of this podcast. Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 36, week 16 still. Um, and it is currently 9:46 a.m. I went to bed at like 3, I want to say. I'm so tired. So bad. But this is our free talk episode for the week. Woo! So, before we get down into it, don't forget to check out our socials on Instagram and Twitter, which is where we are at the way we see it with the C. Big crack. And when you check out our Instagrams and our Twitter, we have a link in our bio that you could click that could bring you to either our YouTube or to our actual website or to even listen to our podcast anywhere in general. But if you check out our website there, we have our blogs, our citations, our resources, our current events, and other things as well. And if you're checking us out on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and share with your friends. See you. Anyways, let's get down into it. So, how was your night?
My name was, yesterday, if you guys watched episode 35, Tati came over and we had lots of technical difficulties.
I was so tight. I was dead so tight. I was just keeping my chill because I was like in your crib. But I was just like, what the frick is going on? Like, it was so upsetting because, like, I just wanted to get the 2 episodes with you in person, like, out the way. Because, like, hello, we haven't recorded together since, like, episode 3, 4.
Yeah.
Because then I moved. And then that one time we saw each other in October, that doesn't count either um because it wasn't for the podcast.
We recorded before we went on that trip, but I remember we were having technical difficulties.
Which one? The one to Oswego?
Yeah, before we went, we recorded in the morning before we left.
You're right. I totally forgot about that too.
And
Damn.
we were having OD like yeah, like in
Yeah.
the episode yesterday, we said that we're gonna be wearing the same clothes because we're gonna record. No, we spent more time figuring out the technology than actual recording the episode yesterday.
Yeah, like always. That's why I was just like, yo, like, are we about to just do Zoom when we're next to each other and just press record? Like, we weren't trying to make it nice. We had nice lighting. We're using my phone. First of all, my phone is whack. All of a sudden, it's saying storage is full. You know what? Forget you. So there was that. And then we use Ariana's mom's phone, right? And that ish is not working whatsoever either. It recorded the whole thing because she has like nonstop storage, I think she said, right?
Yeah,
Um, and it comes down to finally download the stuff after dealing with the OD technical difficulties in the beginning, which is my phone not wanting to record, the auto record thingy that we had connect to my phone. Like if once we press the button on our side, it'll instantly make it record. Wasn't working. Was closing my camera app and not even saving the video that we just recorded twice.
yeah,
And then we were even recording our audio for the video, and that alone also didn't want to record on Ariana's computer. I was like, what is going on? Like it was literally like our devices were tweaking. Like her computer, my computer, my phone, her phone. It was like nothing. So then we had to use her mom's phone and her mom's computer. Shout out to Mrs. Toledo.
well, he has a different last name, but okay.
Oh, sorry. Well, I don't want to call her by her first name, but Teresa. So yeah, but um, it was a pretty active night, guys, and but Ariana was actually able to get the whole like 40-minute episode from her mom's phone onto her mom's computer, which is like a win-win. So you guys definitely know like the episode came out fine if you listened to it yesterday. But yeah, it's the reason why we didn't record together last night, the free talk, because it was literally about to be 12 o'clock by the time I left. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I went to bed after after you left.
Yeah, I was so tired, and I was like, "Let me get out of Ariana's hair because this girl has been up since 4 a.m." I was like, "Yeah, let me
Yeah.
go." Um, and yo, guys, where Ariana lives, yo, it's pitch black
Yeah.
darkness.
When you was leaving the front door, she was like,
Yo, I took a step forward to take a step back because I was just like, all right, bye. Like, what the hell is that? She literally opened her door and you just see like the lights that she has on like the stairs leading up to her
"Do
door.
those lights." I just realized
Huh?
that those lights in my front door don't do anything.
Nothing, because I literally felt like her stairs were leading me to hell because that's how dark it was. Like you did not see the floor. I'm not even dragging it. Like I was so scared. If you didn't turn on your garage light, it would have been clipped.
Oh
Like
yeah, it goes automatic that light.
thank God. I'm literally about to cry right now thinking about it because my one of my biggest fears is the darkness still, and everybody comes at me about it. They're like, "You're 20 years old. How are you scared of the dark?" I'm like, "You never know what comes out of the dark." Like, and I've had experiences where it's like I see creepy-ish. Like just the other day, thank God this is a free talk. Just the other day, when I was heading upstate with my cousins for the night, we were on this line at like this deli where they have a drive-through and they got bomb sandwiches, right? And I'm driving, one of my oldest cousins in the passenger seat next to me and my other two in the back. You know, we're chilling, lollygagging, whatever, whatever. And then I look into my review mirror, which is what I do sometimes, and I just was looking in the review mirror to see if like there was a line behind us now because every time we go out to eat, we always say that we skip the line and then the line comes right after us. So it's
Uh,
pretty funny. And I look back there, and so where the deli is, like it's literally right here. You have to pull in to the side, and they have two lanes on each side of the deli, so you could get it like basically their little drive through. And right behind it, it's like a fence, right? Like the link fences, you know, that they have like at the parks. And there's like a dumpster truck right there. Not truck, but like the dumpster right there.
mhm,
And I just see a lady like on the other side of the fence just staring at all our cars like mad sus. I'm just like, yo, like, cause before I was just chilling with them and I looked back again and she was there and I was like, what the frick? And I was like, yo, look at this lady right here. Doesn't she look mad sus? Or we're like, what lady? And they were all trying to turn around to try and see her. They're like, we don't see her, we don't see her. I'm like, she's right here. Look more to your right. And as I'm trying to tell them to look at this girl, she's literally slowly turning around and walking away. And she had her hands crossed, like behind her back, like mad weird. And she went behind the little like hut next to the trash can that was there.
mhm.
And I didn't even see her leave the area. I don't know where that she went. And they're like, Tati, you're bugging. And I'm like, bro, I promise you I'm not. Like, I'm really not. Because why would I make that up?
Yeah,
And if that was a Dike ghost encounter, God bless me. Because I don't want to be seeing ghosts. I'm scared of the dark. That's not a good combination. But yeah, guys, Ariana, that pathway to her driveway, dark as hell. Once that um driveway light came on, I was like, hallelujah. But I still ran to my car anyways, because like the surrounding area that wasn't where her cars were was still pitch black. And I was like, yo, like it was so scary because just started thinking that like somebody can be there and I get scared. And so I jumped into my car and okay, I waited for my car to warm up a bit and then I went. And I'm going down your driveway to leave and I'm still like, yo, why is it really like so dark? Like, it's so scary, and then I go to the end of your driveway to the actual street of, like, your complex, and I look up where, our friend Jeremy lives, like, around the block. Yo, don't even see the hill that we have to walk up to go to his house. I said, "Nah." I said, "I need to get out of here." I couldn't even see the street. At the end, I was like, "Am I bugging?" But I have my glasses on, so that's how I know, like, I really could not see nothing without the light of my car. Like before I turned to the right to like exit your complex, and then I saw obviously the sidewalk and the street a little bit when
Mm.
I was driving. But before that light reached that area,
Yeah,
couldn't
we
see
live in the
nothing.
middle of the woods. There's no like street lamps, whatever they call them.
There was one land. There was one faint light at one of the houses all the way on the end of the block on the other street.
Mhm.
But that was it. So I was like speeding out your complex to get to the main road where I knew there would be some light, and I was like, "Thank you." And I couldn't even speed home yesterday either because there was mad ops on the road. I passed by like three cops that literally had pulled people over back to back. Like there was one cop here, a mile over there was another cop right there, and then a mile from him was another person. Cause the drive from my house to Ariana's house is like a good 25 minutes.
Mhm.
And earlier yesterday, when I was heading over for the podcast, I shortened that to like 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes. And yesterday, I did the full 25 minutes. So by the time I got home, it was really midnight. I was over it.
So how does it feel? Tati finished her semester a few days ago. How does it feel to be done with school for the
Yeah,
spring?
Ariana saw my grades yesterday with me. She was like, "So, how you feel?" um, I'm happy that the stress is done with, and it's like because I really went through like I feel like the two hardest semesters for me thus far has been this semester and my first semester of college. Just because my first semester of college, I literally had so much shit happening to me back to back to back. This semester it was more so like I could take full responsibility. It was literally my fault. Like literally prioritizing everything above my school because hello, I went on vacation, multiple vacations, took time for myself, because just opening my schoolwork was stressing me out. And yeah, but I like really learned a lot still at the same time from the semester. So when I take my summer classes in like 2 weeks, trying to get that done with. And yeah, let's see how that goes. But I'm just overall happy that school's done. The next person to be done with school is Ariana.
Yeah, I'm almost like done. I have two assignments left, and one of them is a final exam that's online, and the other one is a report which I have literally almost done. So I'm kind of at the end. So
Yeah.
I'm no longer like stressed. So with school right now. So
No, for real. Like, I'm actually watching TV, guys. Like, I haven't fully watched a show in so long. Like, I was maybe watching, if you watch anime, you know what I'm talking about. But I was watching this one show called JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, for like the weeks that they had season one running because it was like one episode a week. So I'd watch that and that was it. That was the only like thing I was actually watching for myself. Like it was always work, sleep, school, sleep. Um, watching my baby cousin, sleep. Like something like that. Like I never was like doing anything like um I never had the time to actually watch a show to pay attention to and actually focus on. So
mhm.
yeah. So that feels good. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Um, oh, the other scary little story I was gonna say too about when it comes to the dark was the last time. I don't know if I said it on the podcast though. Um, last time I was upstate in October for my friend's birthday. Me, her, we were in her complex, right? And she only lives like 3 minutes from me here, and we were in a complex and it's a birthday. So me, her twin brother, her boyfriend at the time, and her neighbor, who's also her best friend, were off. We left the party to go for a walk, right? To go just walk around the complex. And as we're walking, it's not as dark as your complex because she has light posts every few feet from each other. And so, um, on the right side, ow. on the right side is where all the houses are, but on the left side, because that's where the street is, and then you turn to the right and it'll bring you to like a strip where all the houses are in a circle.
Mhm.
Um and like that's how it is for every block. But on the left side is just trees, but that's just the main road to lead to the back exit and to the front entrance, something like that to cut it short, basically. And we're walking. Next thing I see is a person walking out of the darkness from the right, like from where the houses are over there on the right side, to the left, like walking towards the trees. And mad dramatic, yo. I thought I was bugging the heck out. I was not drinking, was not smoking. I was not like, I literally stopped everybody. I was like, do you guys see this man? Because he literally walked to where the lamppost was, stood under the circle where the lamppost was making like the light circle. He stood there and he stared at us. And then he continued to proceed to walk into the trees. And I'm telling you, there's nothing on the other side
The
of
other
those trees.
did the
Huh?
other people in the group see the guy too?
Yeah, they said, "Oh, nah." Cuz then once we saw him staring at us, and then cuz two of the guys, oh yeah, it was another guy was also there, but my friend's ex-boyfriend and another guy, they were like, they thought it was a freaking game. They're like, oh yeah, so what's up, and they started stepping at him. But that's when he just calmly walked into the trees, and then he was out. And when by the time they walked over to him, because we were still like a good 100 or so feet away from him, um they're like, yeah, that means dipped, like he ain't even there. I was just like, bro, like I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't like that. Like that's mad sus to me. And they were playing around about it, and only me and her neighbor were taking that shit seriously, because I was like, what the fuck is going on? Excuse my language, but I literally need to, because I still like, that was literally traumatic. Like I really thought I was gonna die that night, because I really suppressed that memory. Because here we go. So that was when we had first left her house and literally just turned the block out of her like area. And so fast forward, we walk to the front of the complex, right? Um, and we see the same man
Oh
that we
no.
saw cross into the other side, um walking on the left side, because we were like in the middle of the street, right side. It was late at night, and we saw the same guy walking on the left side of the road, like he was coming upwards and we were going downwards. And I was like, yo, 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 that's the same guy. And they were like, you sure? I'm like, yes, bro, look at him. And he stares at us again and he walks into the trees. And the boys went to go talk to, like, went to go at him. And I was like, not, I was like, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And only me and her neighbor, like, dead us started dipping, because, like, we didn't trust the situation. And I was like, nah, because this man is dead ass, like, following us.
Yeah.
Because he literally keeps staring at, I can't even explain to you the way he was staring at us. Like, it literally was just like so emotionless and so dead. Like, I don't
Mm.
even know how to copy it. And so me and her neighbor, her name is Mish, we instantly dipped from them. We just ran into the next light post. But as we were running, we saw another person, but yo, I'm gonna cry. In the trees, literally like standing in the trees and just staring, like just staring at us, like their head slowly moved as we ran past them. But like here's the me and Mish were running so fast that like our peripheral vision caught him, and I saw him while I was running, and then he was just watching us, and it was not the same guy that went into the trees beforehand. It was a different person. But it's the fact that like he was literally just literally blended in with the trees. Like it's not like he had camouflage on or anything, but he was just standing so still you would have thought he was like the tree's bark.
Yeah,
It was
that's
they were all white. They were white men. And
nice.
yeah, of course, right? And he was just there staring, and then that's what made me and Mish run to the next following light, because we were like, nah, like I said, Mish, you saw him? And she's like, bro, yes, I did. Did you see him? I was like, yes. I was like, did you see how he turned his head? And I started crying, and she was like, yes. And then the everybody else, they were still at the top of the hill, and they were just walking down. We were like, be careful, like there's somebody else right there. And the guys that kept on stepping at the other guy, they're like, where? And like they were looking, they said they didn't see anybody. Um, and I was like, that's it, like we're going home. I'm not being out here anymore. This is too sus. But like the guy that had stared at us originally from the light post to walk into the trees those two times was not as scary and traumatizing as the guy that we physically saw standing in the trees, literally just seeing his head and his head just staring at us and turning like, what the frick? Like, do you
And
do this
what
every
time?
night?
What time was this at?
This was that like
It
I
was
want to
late.
say maybe 10, 11.
Okay, so not super late.
No, it wasn't. At least no, it definitely was not. So
Wow, I don't have
so
stories like that.
yeah, traumatic, yo, like sheesh. But nah, I'm no. I don't even want to think of that man's face. It's so scary looking. Um, yeah. What else do we what we like to say? Oh, how you still feeling after your second dose?
Oh, I feel fine. Like sometimes I honestly forget that I got the vaccine until like I'm reminded. But yeah, I feel fine.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good because
No
I was
glitches.
talking I was talking to what?
No glitches.
No glitches. Yeah, I told my friend I was like, yeah, when Ariana got the vaccine, I was panicking a bit more for her than my own cousin, because like I was just like, nah, I can't have my podcast partner glitching on set, you know. um, but okay, that's cool. And my friend's still trying to convince me to get the vaccine. I'm just like, girl, I'm not getting it. I'm telling you. Hopefully that goes through, as you guys know already.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about it. I went on a whole tangent about it yesterday on episode
We spoke
35.
about it in our previous episode too. Um, 34.
It's been a pretty active thing in the news recently
Mhm.
because like everybody's like requiring it now. So it's just maybe I'll just be quarantined forever and never see the day of light again. If you want to be super dramatic. But sugar. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So I started going to the gym, guys, and I've been getting ripped. And Ariana made a good point yesterday because I was trying to find the word for it, and I knew there was a word for it because um people just don't have like muscle show up so fast.
Mhm.
And Ariana made the point. She was like, wow, your muscle memory is like really good because after only 2 days of me going to the gym, you see like the progress a lot more in my arms than anything else. She was like, when was the last time you went to the gym? I was like, maybe like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And she's like, wow, that's really good. And that it really made me think though, because I used to be so active, like literally, first of all, walking around everywhere all the time.
Mhm.
Two, I played volleyball where I was
Yeah.
running, doing a whole bunch of shit, hitting hey yo, the balls. Um you know, practicing my serve, which was a toll on my arms majority of the time. And at that time also I was also going to the gym more than I do now, which I'm trying to start again. So, and also when I was younger, I used to play basketball too. So like just the sports and the muscle I've grown throughout the years I see have come back, but it's like mixed in with like the fat that I gained, so it makes me look bigger. Like my arm looks so wide.
I didn't look at your arm, but I felt your arm yesterday, and that shit felt like you was in the gym for a good minute.
Yeah, Ariana was like literally touching it so light. She was like, "Oh wow, this is so tight, so hard." Yo, it's so funny though because even when I don't go to the gym, I still be flexing. I'd be like, "Yeah, I feel this muscle." Because all those lines that I can't obviously show you guys because this podcast or like on YouTube, whatever. But like the picture I showed Ariana of myself at the gym that I took, like I flexed my arms behind my back. Like you see a whole bunch of lines. But here's the crazy thing: I never used to have half of those lines. Besides only one. The only one has always stayed, which is like on my upper
Talking about like the lines of the muscle.
tricep. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
but besides that, like now I have three other ones, which is weird. But I mean, like that shows that I'm working out. I'm getting ripped tonight. R.I.P. that. Hey.
Is it hard to like work out with a mask? Because that's what stops me from going to the gym, and I've just been working out from home, and I'm kind of outgrown the dumbbells I have because they're
hmm
not that as heavy. So, how is it hard to work out with a mask?
Um, yeah, but not really, cause I don't wear my glasses when I'm working out. So, it's also like easier. And then plus, when you're done with your workout, you don't have to take off your mask, but like just pull it a little bit off of you, catch your breath, and keep it pushing. But that's why I think it's also really good to find a good breathable mask. So when you do go to the gym, because when I go with my friend Emily, like we're just cleaning everything before or after we use it. Because even just going to the gym, we see people using the bathroom not washing their hands. We see people using a device not cleaning it. It's disgusting. So you really have to like
Yeah, you
and
feel
we
like
even bring our own
control.
hand sanitizer. So after certain devices, we clean our hands still, anyways.
Mhm.
I have blisters from one of the workouts I've done.
Mhm.
It hurts so
Even
bad.
before the pandemic, I would wipe down, but I haven't
Hmm?
been to the gym since March.
Yeah, but no, I honestly think it's not that bad. The only thing I struggle with my mask the most is just running on the treadmill. Um, because I feel like that makes me sweat 10 times more because I have my mask on.
Yeah,
So it's really a thing about controlling your breathing, and that's always something that's important with your workouts too, your breathing,
yeah,
because my mom always told me, and my coach back then always told me for basketball to always breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth when it comes to running,
yeah,
because and I don't know if that applies to every other workout, but for the most part, yeah,
yeah. I'm thinking of going back to the gym, but
do it. Get Aki. I'm trying to just like get my stomach flat by the summertime. Cause yo, there's this one machine at this Planet Fitness, yo, and I have never seen this machine before on the Planet Fitness over here where I live, or back in like Long Island. But this one, yo, that really is something for the abs. Hold up. So yeah, I'm just trying to get my stomach on flat by the summertime because I really want to get my tattoos on my side. Like either during the summer, which I know it's not the best thing for me to do, but hopefully by the winter afterwards. So
which tattoo you trying to get? You have like the design in mind?
mhm. Yeah, the tattoos that I wanted, it's like five symbols, like they're angelic symbols, and I just want them down my side. And that's all I really wanted, and maybe a dragon like going through them, and that's it. I originally wanted them going down the middle part of my arm, but then I decided to be a teacher, and I know that's not gonna get me into certain jobs, if anything. So I was like, guess I'm getting it on my side.
That works.
Yeah, right. Do you plan on getting a tattoo?
No, I'm not a tattoo person. I'm not against it. Like I
Hmm.
don't care if like my future man has tattoos. My parents might say something, but me, I'm
Yeah. No, what about piercings?
no. Like for me, no.
Mm.
I always thought about a belly piercing, but then like I'm about to be 25 next year. When I look at it,
Yeah. No facts. Like, I'm thinking maybe a belly button piercing, but I feel like everybody got a belly button piercing. I'm like, yo, let me be the one girl that don't got it.
yeah, I think it's cute. Yeah.
Yeah, it is cute. Yeah, especially because some people got like these cute little dangly things on it. It's cute. I've seen some really ugly ones, but I'm not even gonna get into that. But All right, guys, that's going to conclude this week's episode. We're going to get into this week's current events now. So, first things first, getting into our first current event is what's happening in Colombia right now, which, yo, a lot of shit is going down in a lot of these countries right now. Like, it's crazy. So, thousands of Colombians in Colombia are protesting for. Ooh, why am I thing covering my screen? Are protesting to oppose a tax reform that will leave the country in poverty if it passes. They have been protesting since April 28, 2021. According to the president of Colombia, President Ivan Duque, proposed a tax reform because Colombia is facing an economic crisis due to the pandemic. Protesters are saying the shortage is due to the corruption by state officials. The tax reform will make the work and middle class pay 19 percent tax on services like water, milk, eggs, rice, and etc. In addition, it will impose new income tax on folks who earn more than $700 USD, $700 US per month. Meanwhile, the minimum salary in Colombia is $250 per month, which is insane. After 2 days of protesting, Colombia's president announced the tax reform bill would be rewritten, but has not announced any other details. Lastly, there has been a lot of violence at these protests. As of May 12th, there has been 26 deaths, including one officer, and as of May 10th, there has been 1,956 cases of police brutality. My first thought is I actually have a cousin who didn't just come from Ecuador, but didn't just come from Colombia, but she came from Ecuador, and
Hmm.
her and her brother have only been the ones to come to the States and stuff, like every so often and whatever. But a few years back, she moved to Ecuador to be with her parents, and her brother went with her too. And she was just telling us when she was here, like Ecuador and like those countries like Colombia, they're so expensive, like so expensive. Like if you're planning
Hmm.
to have a baby in Ecuador, like that's all your money right there. Like if you're buying baby food for yourself, for the baby, and then yourself, that's $500 right there. Like and there's like nothing left for you. So it's either you have a job and you're making some good money and you're saving that money properly, or you're not and you're done. Like you can't make it over there. It's so hard. So like
Yeah.
I definitely feel that with like what's going on in Colombia and the frustration behind that because they're gonna go through it.
Yeah, I agree with the other countries can be more expensive. When I went to Belize, which is in Central America between Mexico and Honduras, the gas prices were there $6 per gallon.
Imagine.
$6.
You know it's so funny?
I'm like,
Yeah, for one of our current events, we're gonna get into this. But last night,
"Mhm,
when I was on my way home, my tank was reaching E, and I was passing the Sunoco by my crib, and I thought that it said $6 for
uh,
debit regular. I was like, "There's no way," and I literally broke my neck, almost swerved into the sidewalk. Oh, to turn back and look, but it only said like 285, which was calm. So I ended up having to do a U-turn to that gas station because the other ones were already prices rising. I was not
hmm."
about to pay three something dollars for my gas. I was gonna go back to the 285, yes sir. So I went to Sunoco.
But yeah, prayers go out to Colombia and the people who have died and have experienced brutality due
Yeah,
to
for real.
fight for justice. And there's more stuff going on in another country. In Palestine. So what's happening in Sheik Jarrah? So back in October 2020, a Israeli court ruled force forcibly evict 12 Palestinian families from East Jerusalem neighborhood in Sheik Jarrah. As a result of this court ruling, over 550 Palestinians are living with the threat of being evicted. On May 7th and May 10th, Israeli forces stormed a mosque in Jerusalem, and they threw tear gas, stun grenades, and rubber bullets on Palestine worshippers. And it's important to mention that this took place during the final days of Ramadan, um, which is the holiest month for Muslims. And then about 300 Palestinians were hospitalized, with about 25 people dead, including 10 children. And after Israeli airstrikes hit Gaza, and in response, Hamas launched rockets into Israel, killing three Israel folks and injuring over 100 people. And then on May 12th, President Biden spoke with the Prime Minister of Israeli, and Biden stated that he hopes the violence comes to an end, but also stated that Israel has the right to defend himself when you have thousands of rockets flying in your country. And that's a quote from straight from his mouth. So yeah, there's a lot going on in Palestine, and prayers go out to them and to the people who have passed away due to this violence.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. One of my friends, she actually has been posting about this specific current event the most. It's just like what I said yesterday for our topic that that's where you see mass media only coveraging in certain platforms because Asian friends only showing what's happening within the Asian community, my Muslim friends like only showing what's happening to Palestine and like these areas, and like for us like it doesn't pull up on our pages whatsoever unless we see it on somebody else's.
It was so hard to find this information. Like, I didn't want to get the information from like the big news places because I knowing that this is like another country, and like the
Yeah,
that we have with these other country, the US, like politically, I wanted to get it from like people who were like trying to like bring awareness and like make like graphic posts. But
yeah,
it was really hard to for me to find like this information, and I'm still trying to understand like what's going on, because I know people are saying that this has been going on for years between Israel and Palestine, but I don't know too much of the history. If anybody,
yeah.
please reach out to me because I'm confused still.
Yeah, I'm still like trying to learn about it myself. Like I was trying to read some things about it last night, but I honestly was just so tired. Literally right when I was reading it was right when I went to bed. Because it's just like a whole bunch of stuff into it. And I know for a fact that stuff has been going on for years. I think I have heard of that much. But yeah, so prayers out to them and stuff because I saw a video of like those three strikes hitting I think you said Gaza,
Yeah,
and you hear this man screams like to his like screaming his religion out, like praising I think it is Allah, I'm not sure.
Allah.
Um, yeah, and it's like imagine you're gonna die in that moment, yo. Like literally you see these airstrikes hitting right in front of you. That's PTSD.
The trauma that those people experience there is different,
Yeah.
and children that live there is sad.
Yeah. So prayers out to them. But going to the next falling current event, which got everybody going crazy. The Colonial Pipeline resumes service as gas prices soar. Last Friday, the Colonial Pipeline, which stretches from Texas to New Jersey, due to the cyber attack. As a result, there have been long lines at the gas stations due to panic. Colonial Pipeline stated on May 12th it will be several days since the fuel service returns to normal. So be on the lookout as gas prices will increase in certain parts of the tri-state area. Fuel prices went up $3 per gallon for the first time in 6 years. And Biden told them to don't take all the gas because there's people putting gas and plastic
A little,
bags.
yeah, in
That's
the
not healthy for the
they
earth.
put it in the little containers too.
Yeah,
They
and
do the
like
same thing with like the toilet paper shit.
yeah, they're overusing it. But the thing is, like, with that toilet paper is gonna be replaced, and oil will be too eventually. But Biden said to not do that and like overtake the gas that you think you're gonna need because it's gonna create an oil shortage,
Hmm.
and all you see is everybody getting that. I just filled up my tank. That's all I did because I was actually on E. I need my gas, so I did that. Because I passed the Sunoco and I usually get a quick check up here, but the quick check was $3 and 2.91. And I was like, I'm
Mm,
gonna go back to Sunoco where it's 20 cents less. So I went back.
yeah.
um,
Yeah, so
It's
try
rough
not
right
to
now.
panic, guys. They said it will be back to normal. So if everybody does their part, we'll get back to normal with the.
Yeah, don't take more than what you think you need, and if anything, this is your time to help the earth. Like just like how when everybody went to quarantine lockdown, um, fossil fuels in the air had went down, and it helped the ozone layer. I believe scientists had said, which was really good for the earth. So maybe it's a sign for you to take a walk, and that's definitely my sign too, because I'll be walking to work when I get back to Long Island, because I'm not spending OG bread on gas. I barely get paid enough to deal with these customers. But all right, guys, that concludes this week's topic. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.